So, a question I have is, you can help my customers and your customers. What's the difference between organic and biodynamic?
Well, biodynamic is a concept that's actually hundreds of years old. Like, you know, I don't know if you notice, if you read any kind of material on it, like the more, like, you know, this century, the 20th century, the cancer and many kind of illnesses and allergies has become so much more dominant than before. Now, it's not a coincidence. It's primarily based on the idea of what we eat. Like, you know, hundreds of years ago, agriculture was based on biodynamic concept for the most part, which means that you rotated all the plants, like, you know, when you planted anything, so you wouldn't plant the same fruit or vegetable to the same area in the farm, because you wouldn't want to deplete the nutrition from that layer of the soil. So, like, for example, carrots going to be on the top of the soil. You wouldn't want to, you want to plant next year something different there that sucks up the nutrition from a different layer of the earth, so have longer roots. And, like, you know, so this way you don't always deplete the nutrition from the same area. Then you let the soil rest for a year, and then so on. So what we do is we have that same concept that we adopted on our farm. That's what you call biodynamic planting. And then also we hold back around 20% of the fruits that we grow and chop it up and then put it back into the soil. So you don't rob, you have to give back to the soil. So the nutrition remains in the soil. So that's actually really incredible. Now, that's one thing. The other thing is, instead of using pesticides and chemicals to get bugs and all kind of insects away, we use flowers. Like, you know, different kind of flowers have different scent, in the sense that bugs don't like.
Right.
You know, so one of the things what we do is, like, we plant in our orchards. You see raw fruits or vegetables, and then you also see rows of flowers, and then the bugs don't like the way how it smells, and then they go to the neighbor's farm.
Right.
Like, you know, so and that's how we repel it.
Okay, that makes using natural ingredients to fight, like, insects and things other than pesticides, and replenishing the earth by giving back 20% of your crops to keep that soil with those nutrients and ingredients and things, so that when you plant again,
it's the fruits are much more active. Now, how is that translate to skincare? Well, actually, there's a few more things in there too. Is that instead of using also based on the whole non-pesticide thing, we also use honey traps only. Like, you know, when you have like a yellow piece of paper with like honey on it, and then the bug sticks to that, instead of using any kind of pesticides, instead of fertilizers, we spray. Well, like I said, like, you know, we put back the nutrition in there. Also, we have to have animals on the farm, like, you know, that actually, just like hundreds of years ago, they soil the soil. Like, you know, so it's compost, as well as we use herbal teas to spray the plants, like you know, so to get it also helps against the bugs and helps to nourish the plants even more. It's really interesting. When we pick the fruits, we pick it during full moon, which is interesting. Also, it's not anything spiritual, it's actually a physical thing. Because, like, during the full moon, the gravitational pull of the earth, just like high tide, like, you know, the water comes up, so the soil is more moist. So if you plant during that time, you get better crops, and that's like the farmer's almanac idea.
Right.
And then when you pick the fruits are actually juicier, and then you have a higher nutrition content. So it's pretty much based on that same idea. So therefore, the fruits we have that's grown biodynamically have the highest nutrition and vitamin content, and we pick those, put it into our creams and lotions, and in return it makes the products very result oriented and also extremely hypoallergenic. So anybody who had cancer or chemotherapy, or going through like or used to have cancer at some point, and they're very conscious about not to put chemicals on their skin, and also people who have very severe allergies, like anything they use always breaks them out, this will be the perfect thing for them. Even if you have eczema, psoriasis, or just super sensitive skins, it would be the perfect thing for anybody.
Well, after hearing all that, it makes me want to go and plant my own farm right now.
Exactly, you should.
So encouraging and inspiring. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.